It's a big, it's a no, as long as she get really Listen, I don't mean to call you up, cause I don't know that. And if I never call you again, that mean you throw back. We only met once, but like we go back, way back. When it's that we on track, but you can never ever be my man. You a whole snap, you said it on your IG page. I ain't say that, like say that. Lay back, in the back of the Maybach, play that. Just say that, I be in the streets like a stray rat. I will never be with a ring, cause he ain't finna take half. I be on my kid, one girl, one side, in a dope, sending me a text like she misses. The only way she getting back in it.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way out to the 40-yard line.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
Herbert to throw right away. Now he'll tuck this and run. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
5-9. Let's go. Crowd right. 12.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
380. Run.
Herbert changing things up. They'll work inside here. Hampton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Let's go. Home troops right. Ready.
Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Go.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal from 28 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up, because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on the defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Benson. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Hey, go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
3rd down and 1.
Hey, run.
They'll try to run for it with Benson. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. The Steelers 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Hey.
On 1st down, right back to Benson. Fights through a narrow crease. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. Second down and 6 now.
Let's go. Lisa 24. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
On red. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Red on red. 30 left. Hey, tomato. Sink right. Silver.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And Great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He's got another one to Johnston. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up the first down. Herbert going to change the play here.
First down at the 46-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. But he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line. Go.
To the air again, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cox. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, LA! A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chargers are once again back in front. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 10-7. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Tucker Kraft, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And now it's blocked. And there he goes left side. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this, and they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that second thud when there's a block, That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
Following the bunch, PAT, they're set to kick this one away. Dangerous return man showing it here. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Now it's 2nd and 10. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Back to Hampton on 1st down. Gets through and now an opening. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Hampton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Lion.
On the give, it's Vidal. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this.
Go.
On 4th down, Herbert. That is caught. He's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Dowdle is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now The Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
Hey, ram.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have yet again retaken the lead. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
Easy. We'll go for it. Baylor Tigers. Baylor's set.
They'll try and throw for it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as they'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, go.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Lawrence. This one finds Wilson downfield. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Roman Wilson, 66 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point forthcoming. And that is going to be wide to the right and no good, but penalty flag shower in. And I think this is going to wind up a first down. Okay, so the personal foul penalty. And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Herbert now. And got his man complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Lawrence will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick six.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Now a hit and a loose football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Pass out left finds Johnston. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. Now Herbert going to change the look. A running play. It's down. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a first and goal. As a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're one play away from doing it.
They certainly are. Very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they treated this like a sudden change. You know, when the offense turns the ball over on a fumble or an interception, before you go out, you get together as a defense to go, sudden change, keep your poise, be ready to go. That's exactly what this group has done.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now they'll change things up.
Let's go. Baylor Tiger. Baylor time. 21.
Now it's Herbert. Now he'll step up and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Go.
They run here without it. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
Black. Home troops right. Ready.
They snap it to Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Chargers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Now Lawrence to throw. Able to find his man, Kraft. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. But to throw again is Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes a pretty good lift there as he'll wind up getting about 3. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
On red. Go, son. Go, let's go.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Set.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Crowd right. Set. 5-9. Count. Baylor Tiger.
Here's Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Quentin Johnston, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that. Oh, that's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards.
Hey, I'm gun. Go. Fred on.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Lisa 24.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Lion. All right, here we go.
Shotgun snap and again to Benson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Brought down at the 13-yard line.
Hey, I'm gun.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throw left side complete. That's Bell. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Rip, 20. Red.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Roman Wilson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now a deep one for Johnston. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
2nd and 10.
Lisa 24. Hey, Soko, it's hot.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
11. Take right open. 13, Lou.
Now Lawrence. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now throw on the run, but that's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Hey, we're up 30 left. Soka's hot. 11. Silver.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Tui below 2. Got in and dropped it.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Third and 19.
Go. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to walk one deep left side here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. He's going to go up top again. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
5-9. Set.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
It certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. He still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the 11-yard line.
A run once more with Hampton. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Trying to run for it with Hampton. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 1.
He'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.